Anand again. So today I'm gonna learn about and this video is only for masters. Sorry, this video is not for masters or experts in React Native as well as in the mobile developments. So today I'm gonna learn about the React Native maps. So you can see this is the React Native map site on the GitHub. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to load a map like this in your application. If you're building your location based or like a map based application using React Native, then I think this is the right choice to integrate the maps with the React Native, because the same maps has been used by Airbnb, because this was contributed by the Airbnb guys, and this is one of the highest star rated maps as well as the highest fork rated maps, whatever, as per my knowledge. Might be something else, but this is like a common React Native maps. And we can also see like around 184 contributors. It's like pretty much a large number of contributors for this specific component. Okay, so let us go with the installation guide. So this is the installation instructions to install. uh, Make sure there is an important information they have given. We should not run the React Native link as we used to run the React Native link. So please remember, don't run the React Native link for the React Native maps. So again, this is my project as usual. Um, so I'm gonna implement the map over here when I click the home tab. So the map should be loaded. Let's go with the installation then. Um, okay, this is my Bitcoin project. I'm already there. Let me double check one more time. Then now I'm going to run the React Native maps, and then I'm going to save it into my package.json. uh, it's being installed. Let's wait for some time. So before that, I think we need to generate a Google Maps key. So we'll go to this link. Make sure you have a Gmail account. I already have a Gmail account. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get a API key. So this is like a new project. So I'm going to create a new project, and the project name is Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin. Let me check the, yeah, it sees uppercase. So Bitcoin is my project name. So I'm going to enable the Google Maps SDK for iOS. It's being loading. And meanwhile, let me check. Okay, this is successfully installed. Please don't run React Native link. Please don't run. Okay, so this is our API key. We need to copy this one, as well as we can go to the API console, and then under console you will see this is for the none. The key restriction is none. So I'm going to add this React Native maps to my to my iOS. So I need to check the iOS, and then I need to give the app identifier. So if I want to give that one, what I should do, I need to go inside the iOS and then open the bitcoin.xcode project. So it will automatically open into the Xcode like this, and then in the Xcode we should able to find what is the app identifier. So it's being loaded. It's loading. So double click on the project target, and then this is our under general. Let me show you one more time. Just click on it. So you will see the build settings under general. You'll see the bundle identifier. So you need to copy this bundle identifier and then paste it over into the Google's consoles API. So that's it. So we just need to save it. So as you can see, there is a note. It may take up to 5 minutes for setting to take effect. So you need to wait for some 5 minutes. Don't expect that suddenly uh, the stuff will be enabled. And one more thing, we need to enable the iOS SDK. By default, it's disabled. So go to the library and then Maps, click View All, and we need to choose Google Maps SDK for iOS. So I'm going to integrate the React Native Maps only for iOS, not for Android right now. I will do it afterward, but right now only for iOS. So click on the Google Maps SDK iOS, and then okay, in my case it's already enabled. The API is already enabled, but some cases it's not enabled, so it may be disabled. In that case you need to enable it, otherwise the React Native map won't work. So please be sure on that one, and then make sure your project Bitcoin has been enabled properly. Okay, so we did one part and then we copied the key already. So let's go back here. So we didn't run the native link. That's fine. And let me go over here, go back. Okay, so what they're trying to do here is they're trying to create a pod file. So Xcode, we need to create the pod file. So to create a pod file, first we need to install the CocoaPods. If you don't have the CocoaPods, please install it. So then only you can execute this pod command. So to create a pod file, what you have to do here is you need to go inside. We are already inside the iOS. So go inside the iOS and then type pod init. So it will create a pod file by default. And then let me open my Atom. So you can see over here there is a pod file got created. So let's see what is inside. So you can see this is the pod file got created. So we need to add some stuff inside the pod file to download some stuff. So this is my other project. Let me close this project, move project folder, and then close everything, close all tabs. Then let me add our Bitcoin project. If you go inside the iOS, you will see the latest file which I generated using the pod init. So let's go back to this section. Please make sure to use XE workspace. So after we run the the pod install, you will notice okay, right now it's not generated. We only have the Xcode project. We need to have these dependencies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy from here till over here. So this is our project. So copy between target and the last end, and then the same stuff. Just remove the lines between target and the end, and then just paste whatever you copied from there, and that's it. So I'm gonna run the pod install right now inside the iOS. So what it does is it will install all the dependencies I mentioned, like Google Maps, React Native Maps, all the stuff. So let us run. Once the pod install is completed, you will see a new extension of Xcode project. it will be called as a .x workspace. So it's being installed, installing Google Maps, installing React Google Maps, generating pod projects. So this is the one I told you. And if I go back here, so they clearly mention that please make sure to use .workspace, not the .xc project. So in order to open that, I should not have any open Xcode. Let me close this Xcode. And then let me go back here. Okay, it's successfully installed. So we can see here the Bitcoin XC workspace. So this is the one we need to open. So let me open this one, Bitcoin dot XC workspace. So it will automatically open into the Xcode actually. So it's being opened. That is fine. So meanwhile, what we need to do, the next step to modify the app-delegate.m file in the iOS project. So if you go to the iOS folder, this is the iOS folder. So this is our project Bitcoin, and you can see the app-delegate.m. So we need to add some native code over here. So we need to import the Google Maps class or file, whatever. So before the @ implementation app delegate, which is the class name, we need to import the Google Maps first. So once we imported, then we need to add this line. Sorry, my clock is ringing. Sorry for that. So this is the line, GMS service, provide API key, and then your API key. Do you remember we copied API key from the Google service? So that's the API key, we need to paste it over here. So let me go to the Google API console. This is the Bitcoin, and then this is the credential. It's being loading. Come on, dude. Let me refresh the screen. No, my network is too slow, or not sure what's really happening over here. Okay, so I named it as API key, so I don't want to have like API key. Let me have like name it as iOS API key, so that I don't confuse if I create one more API key for Android. Let me save it. That's fine. Okay, so let me copy the API key and then just paste the API key in the exact path. That's it. We are done. And let's go back to the documentation. Cool, we made it. So one more thing we need to do here is, so we set all the stuff for the iOS. So let us go back to the root directory for our Bitcoin React Native application, and then let us run the React Native React dash native run dash iOS. So you can do like this, or you can simply build the XC workspace extension of the project. But let me run like this. Let's see what will happen over here. So we set up everything for the iOS. So what we need to do now, we need to add the map view. So this is the map view we need to add. So let me go to my React Native home component page, as I shown you before. So this is the home screen. This is the home tab screen. So what I'm going to do, this is the home.js. So instead of the text home, I'm going to use the map view. So let me go over here. Let me copy this map view component and then paste it in the map view component. Okay, but in order to use the map view component, I need to import this one, right? Like, so I need to import map view from React Native Maps. Let me double check whether that's the right one. We already did the npm install, so let me double check whether that's the right folder or not. So it is React Native Maps. Yes, it is React Native Maps. So we are good then. Okay, so it's successful, and let me load our iOS app. Cool. I expect a blank screen. It says line number 31. Line number 31. Okay, let me remove all these stuffs. We don't need the view over here. We will simply keep the map view. That's it. Let me refresh one more time. Check render method of home. What is the problem here? Okay, let me check the syntax over here. Oh, sorry. We should not have a curly brace. So let me remove this curly brace. And then let me refresh one more time. Here we go. As I said, we see a blank screen. This is for sure. We will see it. I will tell you why. Because if you scroll down or if you go to the installation instructions, you'll see they mention some tickets. For example, a blank screen. Uh, so if you have a blank map issue, refer these tickets. So if you go, let us go to this ticket under the GitHub. So it's to do with the style issue. You know, like the React map needs to be the position as absolute, and then the width should be 400 and height should be 400, or you need to mention top, bottom, left, right, everything as 0. Okay. So this is the thing we need actually. So even you can see my comment as well. So I faced the same issue in my previous example. So, but after that, I just added these values. Everything was fine. So let me copy this style sheet and then paste it over here. I don't want the fade in, so let me remove it. So just the map should be fine. So what I'm going to do here is style equal to styles dot map. Let us check. I think we need to have like a two different yeah, I think we need one more curly brace over here. It's interesting. Here we go. Yay! So this is our map. So you can scroll, you can do whatever you want to do. So this is really cool. Okay. So we made this for iOS. So I will stop here and then I will start a new video for Android. Thank you very much for watching.